So the other day, one of you came up to me over at Disney Springs and you said, hey, we never see you do content over on the east side of Orlando. There's a lot of cool stuff over there, and you're absolutely right. So today we're gonna get into the east side versus west side of Orlando. Not to want to start like a turf war or anything, but show you the real estate, the things to do, the jobs, and everything in between. Come on back, come on back, come on back, come on back. Ah, so close. All right, so let's talk about things to do. Today we're at Pop Stroke, which is actually founded by the Tiger Woods company. There's gonna be exactly a replica of this over on the west side as well, over in Horizon West. They're getting ready to build it. But if you live over on the east side of town, you've got everything from UCF Knights games to go to. You've got golf, like actual golf. You've got water sports, you've got arcade monsters, and a lot of other things that's really just more like suburban life. It's a little bit slower paced side on this side of town, in my opinion. Over on the west side of town, you have everything from the theme parks. You've got Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, on top of all the other stuff that I just mentioned, from water sports and golf and beyond. And so it really comes down to your lifestyle. What is it that you really want? Do you want to be as far away from tourists as possible, but still sort of close to downtown Orlando and the airport if needed? It's really up to you. One thing I will say about East Orlando is there's a lot less traffic over here, and it's really easy to get around. You've got the 408, 50, 417, and it's just easy on, easy off with a lot less traffic. Compared to the west side of town, it hasn't really seen a lot of infrastructure build out yet, and so there's a lot more traffic. Eventually that'll get fixed, but right now East Orlando definitely wins that. I feel like Pop Stroke is kind of like Top Golf for Pop Putt. You have an all-day pass here though, and so it's about $30 per person, but you can play both courses, and then you've got cornhole, plenty of places to eat and hang out. It's a really good chill time, and something very unique that I haven't seen here in Orlando yet. All right, so Orlando is massive, so let's talk about what actually is East Orlando versus West Orlando. If you look on the map, it's kind of the 417 up to the 408 over to the east. You've got Oviedo, you've got Winter Springs, you've got Alafaya, you've got Waterford Lakes area. That was what I would consider East Orlando. I went online and I saw a moving blog that said Winter Park is actually East Orlando. I wouldn't consider that East Orlando. That's more like Central if you're looking on a map. West Orlando is Dr. Phillips, Bay Hill, Windermere, Winter Garden, and I would consider Claremont and Mineola, even though that's Lake County. Some of you that are in the comments and say that Winter Garden is not actually Orlando, for purposes of our channel, we're talking about, oh my God. He's really make sure his car is locked. For the purpose of our channel, we are just basically talking about Metro Orlando, the 5-county area, which is like Orange, Osceola, Polk, Lake, and Seminole counties when we're thinking all of Orlando. Let's talk about the real estate offerings on both sides of town. Now, we've done videos on Avalon Park, which is like a newer master plan community built in kind of the mid 2000s. We've done stuff on Oviedo on the park, which you've got some stuff that's newer over there. And then you've got areas like Eastwood and Waterford Lakes, which is the area that we're in right now. That property values actually are rather affordable. When you think about Orlando in general, east side is typically a little bit more affordable. Now you start going down to like Lake Nona, and obviously it gets much more expensive there. The big difference, I think, between east side and west side is that there's a lot more new construction on the west side of town. Winter Garden, for example, there's thousands and thousands of new houses that you can look after. On this side, you might have to buy something that needs a new roof or windows and upgrades along the way, but at a lower price to start with. So it's really up to you on what you're looking for when it comes to real estate. All right, let's talk about jobs on the east side of Orlando, and there's actually a ton because we've got Research Park right here. This is a 1,000-acre campus of research, tech, education. You've got General Dynamics, you've got tech companies, simulation companies, and a lot of high-paying jobs over on the east side of town. You're also only 45 minutes over from Cape Canaveral, so everything from NASA and SpaceX and everything else over there. A lot of people end up working there and living here, and so I think there's a lot of opportunity, even if you think about Medical City over in Lake Nona, for high-paying jobs on the east side. On the west side of town, you have a lot more hospitality, a lot more theme parks. I have a lot of people that are in medical and business owners that live on the west side of town. So depending on what kind of job you're after or career you're going for will depend if you're looking on the east side or the west. Hey, make sure you subscribe. We're putting out videos every single week from theme parks, real estate, and what it's like living here in Orlando. Go ahead, subscribe. All right, so going over in the Waterford Lakes area here, it reminds me a lot of Winter Garden Village on the west side of town over in Winter Garden. It's got everything you're gonna need, from Target to a cinema, Cooper's Hawk Winery, a lot of little restaurants as well as big box stores. So anything that you're gonna need from Target and beyond, they've got it over here. And so it really, you look at the surrounding neighborhoods, it's very, very similar, that there's no downtown area. It's a lot of strip mall kind of creature comforts that you're going to need, surrounded by all of the real estate out here. So if you're looking for something that's maybe not as like cookie cutter, like you're gonna be probably looking more at Winter Park, College Park, some of the areas that have a little bit more charm. out in this area, it's definitely suburbia, and some people love that. All right, so which side of Orlando is the best side? Well, it really is up to you. We live over on the west side because we're into theme parks and a lot of things that living on the west side offers us. But if you're into the stuff on the west side, you're looking for a little bit more chill lifestyle, you're looking for something a little bit more affordable with maybe access to better jobs, then maybe it's on the east side. So it's really up to you with your lifestyle and what you're into. But either way, my team and I would love to be your real estate resource of choice if you're looking to buy or sell anywhere in Central Florida. So reach out, info@pozekgroup.com, and we'll see you guys on the next video.